All right, good day traders. Today we're taking a look at October sugar. Technically the front month is July sugar, but we're looking at the October contract to give us a little bit more time to make this play. So we like sugar for a couple reasons. One, from a technical perspective. First one being the high probability 1, 2, 3 bottom pattern. So we've got a number 1 here, a number 2, and then a number 3. So what we're doing here is we're just waiting for a break and confirmation, get a break and close above the number 2. Now this is a delayed chart, so right now we're trading around 11.25, 11 quarters. So we are above this line that we're starting to break right now. So we want to see a break and then particularly a retest for a next leg higher. Now in the 1, 2, 3 bottom pattern, we know that our initial target is the distance between the high of the 2 measured to the low of the 1. So we just take a drawing tool and measure down, and that's going to put our projected target up here around the 13-cent area. So if we look at this longer term trend line right here, that's what we got. And then we can also use a easy Fibonacci retracement from that swing low to that swing high, and that's going to take us into the 618. Now if we dial back, let's say go to a weekly chart to capture a little bit more time, that does put us also at an area of potential price structure. So it's more of an art than a science. So anywhere here around this zone, we'll call it from 12.5 to about 13. So let's go back to the daily chart. So that's what we've got. We've got a 1, 2, 3 bottom here, high probability pattern. We also have divergence. So we've got lows, lower lows, but we have higher low, higher low, higher low down here on our RSI divergence. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 bottom, looking for a break and retest, and then a move back higher up into this zone or this past price structure, which takes us into a longer term down trend line as well as the 618 retracement. Now from a seasonal perspective, we have a bullish trade. We knew that going into this particular time of the year here in early June, that sugar on average has historically traded to the upside. So we can see we have a start date on or around June 4th, end date on or around June 29th. That trade, by buying on that date and closing on that date, has been profitable 81% of the time over the last 16 years. That is a lot of steady data. Now, average profit's been about $900 per contract. You can see a year-by-year equity curve. Obviously, we want to see it sloping to the upside, which it clearly is. We've had a few losing trades over the last few years or so, but they've been very minimal comparatively to the overall gain for over the last 16 years. Now, if you want to see if you also want to see another historical visual, you could take a look at the 5, 15, and 30-year historical price averages. Here, the pink is the 30-year, the black is the 15-year, and the red is the 5-year. So the shorter-term historical price average is kind of sloping to the south, going counter-trend. But we really want to focus on the longer term. Those are more meaningful. So we've got the 15 and 30-year bottoming out right here in early June, and then trading to the upside, topping out at the end of June, early July, where we'll then flip for a potential trade to the short side. So that's what we're looking at there. It's all about putting high probability technical patterns and high probability seasonality patterns in your corner. Now, if you're not trading futures or options on futures, you can trade the ETF SGG. It's not going to be as liquid as the futures market, but regardless, you're going to see the same patterns, same setups. Here's an easy trend line draw. We've got our trend line right here, and we're actually already breaking the 1, 2, 3 bottom pattern right here. We've got 1, 2, 3. You see we did break. We've come back down, and we're retesting, kind of hanging out in this area. We need to see some clearance above this 35.80 level, and to get our target, we just measure from that high of the 2 to the low of the 1, and we measure up. And that's going to take us right here into this area at about $40 to $40.50. So that's what we're looking at on sugar. Add it to your watch list. Hope it helps, and we'll see you on the next update.